Hello, Jim here, scuba diver and instructor for Japan. As I often do, I was going down some rabbit holes on the internet and I ran into this tankless, shallow water scuba system, or it's a Hookah system actually. Well, let's have a look at the Nemo Blu3. Here's the YouTube channel. So it goes down to 10 feet, right? So there's a hose, it's a Hookah system, it has a hose, it goes down to 10 feet, and it has a battery-operated pump on top that lasts for up to 60 minutes, they say. It's waterproof or water resistant. It floats on the surface just like a normal hookah device, like the Brownie's third lung. You're limited to 3 meters. And apparently the size of this lithium battery is small enough, I think it's 72 amp hours, and small enough to go on an airplane. Here's the reg. You can also use this with an OTS full face mask. So it has a self-contained backpack you can bring on a plane, as they're saying. One diver, 10 feet, 60 minutes. Now these things are priced from $1,000 to $1,400 bucks. $1,000 is one battery with all the backpack and all that sort of thing. And let me move this back so I'm not looking at a blank screen. Yeah, so $1,000. It's $9.99 for the system comes with one battery, and it comes with everything: the float, the hose, the flag, and then it goes up to a kit that has 3 batteries total. So that's 3 hours of dive time, and that's like $13.99, I believe. Interestingly, as I was going down my rabbit hole, I see that there are a few of like the treasure divers or the salvagey treasure diver channels, YouTube channels that are out there. So there's David Manning is one guy in Australia, pretty big channel, a lot bigger than mine. What's that? Joe Oceanside, Michael Oliver. It has a definite utility for shallow water use. One thing I thought it was cool for is for children. My children were breathing off regulators from probably 4 years old in the bathtub, right? When I would clean my gear, I would hook up my regs in the tank and let them be in the bathtub breathing off the regs. So they were breathing off regs from, I can't remember, probably 4 years, 5 years old, I don't know, something like that. But what I used to do is I used to go in the shallows like a meter to a meter and a half, and I would have my scuba kit on, and I would put a scuba kit on the surface, and the long hose would come down, and they would be with me, next to me, breathing off the regulator from that floating scuba unit. Again, it was like a meter, maybe 1.2, 1.3 meters, something like that. Water that I could walk in. I was just getting used to seeing creatures down there. This would be kind of interesting. They do have kind of a sort of a certification system. So they have a series of videos of how to use, and I think there might even be some online test or something. I'm not sure. I've got the website there for Nemo. That issue aside, that is debatable, right? Like old-time rebreathers used to have maybe no certification, some of them, and there were a lot of injuries and fatalities associated with that. That aside, for me, this looks like a really interesting system, especially for folks. Here in Japan, it's very difficult to own your own tanks and get them filled. If you had some low-lying areas that were interesting, if 3 meters were enough to see some good stuff, this would be a very interesting system. If you can afford it, why not? Especially if you could afford the set with 3 batteries, you'd have 3 hours plus of runtime in a shallow area. Pretty cool, I think. Just as an aside too, as I was going down this little rabbit hole, so I also found this beauty here. So check this out. This is the Exolung. So this one has no batteries. It's a muscle operated system where it hooks up to your feet. Look at this. So your legs, you have to do a frog kick, and your frog kicking works a diaphragm pump that's on your chest. But this one goes down to 5 meters, I think. Look at that. I don't know. I couldn't see it for sale anywhere. It still says development. This was from 2020. But you can see he's got kind of a counter lung on his chest there. Let me show you how that thing works. Let me get a better shot of the counter lung. Here we go. Now check out the counter. Well, I'm calling it a lung. Look at. This is how the leg. So the leg motion is essentially compressing the air to depth pressure to get it into your lungs, right? To be able to breathe it. Yeah. So there was something else I ran into. I don't know why I was going down this rabbit hole. I've always been interested in the treasure angle. Those channels are so successful and so exciting, you know, going and going for treasure. I'm not honestly sure how Japanese bystanders would react to that. They might see that as dishonest or not virtuous, right? By, you know, capitalizing on the misfortune of others. So I don't know. All right, well, there's something new. I did put the affiliate links if anybody wants to go and be a spontaneous shopper. I put the links there that do benefit the channel for the Blu3 unit itself and for the OTS mask. These OTS masks are really cool. I really want a reason to have one. Because you can put some comms devices in there, you can make some cool videos, and you can communicate with other folks. I just can't really justify it though. Thanks for joining in, and see you on the beach.